We're going to set the scene.
Am I gonna throw up?
Maybe.
Okay, warning. This story is about poop, and I don't know what's gonna happen.
If you get queasy easily,
yeah,
I gotta.
This might be the end of it for you. So, trigger warning. This story is about poop. Okay, go.
Okay, here's the scene. It's back in October. Our landlord is down in the basement and notices a breaker tripped for the upstairs hot water tank.
Not serious.
Just as he's heading out, he sees the tenant arriving home. The landlord says, "Hey, how long has the hot water been out?" The tenant just says, "Oh, about 10 days. I didn't want to bother you."
10 freaking days.
10 days without hot water? Yeah, that would bother me.
How do you shower?
How do you do anything 10 days without water? How do you cook?
I'm a wuss. I really have to have hot water.
Yeah. So the landlord is like, please, next time, just let me know.
Right.
Right away.
Good landlord.
Right?
Good landlord.
Fast forward.
That was a good landlord thing to say.
Yeah. Fast forward to February, right around the Super Bowl, which is on a Sunday, if you guys didn't know that. I wouldn't have known that. I'm not a Super Bowl person. I watch it for Bad Bunny. Anyway.
Ey, Titi me preguntó si tengo muchas novias. Ey, muchas novias. Hoy tengo una, mañana otra. Pero no hay boda. Titi me preguntó si tengo muchas novias. Ey, muchas novias. Hoy tengo a una, mañana otra. Ey, me la voy a llevar a todas para un VIP.
Okay, the Super Bowl Sunday.
Okay.
And the tenant texts the landlord from the hospital. He says he had to have a few toes amputated due to diabetes, and he's not sure when he'll be back.
Poor baby.
He still wants to keep the apartment, though. So
I'm sorry,
nice.
buddy.
The landlord, being a decent guy, says, "Hey, when you get back, I'll install a second handrail to help you with the stairs."
Okay.
Super sweet.
I wish all landlords were that
right?
awesome.
Right?
That's awesome.
Super sweet.
Whoever this landlord is, 5 stars or 5 star.
I know him personally.
5 stars, sir. You do a 5 star to this landlord. I love that you know that. I didn't know.
Yes.
5 stars, sir. Whoever you are, 5 star.
Here's where the story takes a turn. The tenant warns him, please don't be upset about the condition of the apartment. So we're thinking like just mess, right? Just normal mess.
Dun, dun,
normal
dun.
bachelor mess. The landlord, a little concerned now, pauses the Super Bowl snack prep, because we gotta have snacks, right? And asks, "Hey, what do you mean? What do you mean?" The tenant admits that there were some bathroom issues due to his ailment. So the landlord goes to inspect while the tenant is still in the hospital, and what he finds is pretty shocking. The tub is filled with a layer of dried toilet paper. There's evidence of accidents in the shower, in the hallway, and the smell has gone into the flooring. Long story short, it took a massive cleanup, replacement of carpets, repainting the walls, and a lot of work to get it back to normal. In the end, the tenant continued paying rent for several months because he's a stand-up guy. Maybe not without the toes.
It sounds like the tenant had a hard time.
He did. We didn't go through like all of the poop. All of the poop. It was everywhere. The walls, all of the walls.
When you say we, did you help?
No.
Oh.
I'm just reading the story.
I was gonna start hyperventilating.
No. Although I do watch hoarder videos where they do that.
I feel bad because they have a lot of emotional, it's mental
With
health,
hoarders,
right?
Oh yeah,
It's mental,
hoarders.
it's mental health,
yeah.
right? Yeah, so it's rough. But
Yeah.
the poor landlord.
Yeah, and the smell went through into the flooring. Like, what do you do with that?
E mm,
You gotta put new
bleach,
subfloor?
subfloor. Well, is it what kind of subfloor?
Probably plywood
If it's plywood, you're gonna have to rip out that plywood.
and put new down.
Yeah, yeah. If it's cement, you're gonna have to bleach that cement because the smoke,
Yeah, nothing on the
fecal matter, smoke, those things they sink into
mhm.
everything. If the material is porous, they soak into it. If it's something like what you just have to gut it.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Yeah,
new floor, massive cleanup, paint, everything,
it soaks
carpets.
into the paint too, like the smells.
Yeah. E
You have to do primer. You have to do like kills.
and
It's
it
called
was on
kills
the
with a Z.
walls. Yeah, it was
Primer.
on the walls. So,
Wait. On the wall.
yeah, on the walls. Yeah, on the walls.
The
On the
story's
walls.
not funny.
Mm-mm,
The
it's
story
not
is not
funny.
funny.
It's sad.
It's sad and
It's heartbreaking
it's
for both.
heartbreaking and it's rough.
People have
Sabrina the Mood Killer.
sorry. It just it just goes to show you that people have all kinds of
Well,
different
yeah, right,
situations,
right. But that's tough on the person suffering from mental health, but that's
Mhm.
also really tough on the landlord who's trying to be kind and
Mhm.
considerate and
Mhm.
clean that up.
Yeah.
We got to
Eh,
give him props
yeah.
for doing all
Yeah.
that.
And
And
as an agent, you walk into stuff.
now, what was the resolve?
What was the result? I don't know. Well, curious, which the landlord
Is
is
entitled.
to be
You're entitled to
curious.
be
Yeah.
even if somebody is suffering from mental illness, you're entitled to feel angry, right? His feelings are valid to
Yeah.
be angry that his property has been destroyed by fecal matter.
Yeah. Of
Ew.
course.
Ew.
Yeah. So we told the tenant, okay, at minimum, the security deposit was gone, but the tenant paid for steam cleaning,
Oh.
but that
Okay, so
didn't
he did.
really help.
Well, no, it's
But
not gonna help.
mm-mm,
It's not gonna help.
yeah. Um, and the rug guy asked if the tenant paid the rent on time, and the landlord said he always paid on time. And he was super conscientious. Conscientious. That word.
Conscientious.
Conscient.
Conscientious. Conscientious.
Why do we have
Swear to
a
God,
hard
English
time
is our
saying
first
words?
language, but
He was very thoughtful. Thoughtful. That one's easier, right? Okay. So it was really close. Also, 37 unopened bottles of liquor.
of what?
Liquor.
Unopened?
Hmm.
Why so many?
I don't know. Unopened? What? He was
Maybe.
drinking a lot. Yeah. Yeah. Well,
And it,
landlord thought maybe it contributed.
yeah.
I'm sure it did.
This one's a little sensitive,
Oh,
guys. We're trying to be sensitive to both people, and it's just really yucky. And it's
and
a.
he worked at the liquor store.
Was he stealing? 37 bottles of unopened liquor, and he worked at the liquor store.
Interesting. I
Mhm.
don't. I don't know.
We're not going to assume, but we're
Mhm.
going to just leave that right there.
Yeah.
Um, I think we're gonna circle back today. We're giving you lots more information than we're doing funnies today. I think it's why some people ask for so much in deposit when people are like, when it's an apartment, it could be as low as like $400 for your
Mhm.
deposit.
Yeah.
But somebody's home that is their investment or their retirement, they will generally ask for at least the amount of rent. And people always ask me, why are they asking for so much? Well, because
Yeah.
you don't know what kind of damage is going to be done intentionally or unintentionally and what situation can end up happening. Like initially, your tenant could be a phenomenal, healthy person who
Mhm.
doesn't have any issues. And then mentally, they deteriorate physically and then mentally. And you end up, um, let's remember these aren't always corporations. Like
No.
this
No.
landlord had one or two investment properties. This is literally
He's
their,
just a guy.
yeah, he's just an everyday guy who had an investment property that was part of his retirement plan. So destroying his home, this isn't somebody who's, top 1% wealth. He's just a guy who made a smart decision, invested in real estate, has a house that he is using towards his income. And now that income is depleted because he's
A lot.
having, because you can only get so much out of this poor other guy.
Yeah.
And you have to fix this apartment in order to rent it out to somebody else. And you're watching your literal investment as a landlord of, 2 properties or less, you're watching it go up in smoke.
Yeah. No wonder
So,
he was furious.
I would be very upset
Yeah.
because you put your blood, sweat, and tears into an investment property. I did at one point, and it was rough when people stopped paying me
Mhm.
or did damage to the home.
Mhm.
And so right now I'm still traumatized.
Woo-hoo! The fuck?